Hello and welcome to another video. I'm actually pre-recording this video, so I actually don't know when it's going to be going up. But I've been getting into a bit of a new sketchbook habit lately, and I just kind of want to talk about it with you guys. And so I'm not really going to dwell too much on this beginning part. We're just going to really jump into it. So lately what I've been doing, I started this. It is currently the middle of December when I'm recording this. So I started this about 2 weeks ago at the beginning of December. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to fill a sketchbook spread every day, just so that way I could get back into having more of a healthy sketchbook habit. I feel like before I was just doing stuff and I wasn't really, I don't know, getting much done, if that makes sense. And I also wasn't feeling very fulfilled by it either. And so I was like, I kind of want to do things to where I could sort of kind of take the pressure off of myself in a way. Yeah, I just feel like I wasn't able, I wasn't feeling very well about my art, but I feel like I go through that like all the time. I thought I was like, let's just try something new. I bought these pens. I'm using this one currently. I just wanted to get into brush pens a little bit again. I'm not very good at using brush pens. I tried using them for lining and I was getting a little bit frustrated. I was like, this looks really bad just because I have such a heavy hand. And so there wasn't really any line variation. And so I was like, well, what if I just use them to sketch with? That's my go-to. I'm like, if I can't use this for lining, I'll just sketch with it. I decided to use them for lining. This one in particular, I've been using literally since I bought the damn thing for about 2 weeks. So it's literally almost empty. But it's Kurotake Fude Gokichi. Gokichi? I think that's how you say it. Go Kochi. Go Kochi. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I've been using this one every day. Not because I think that it's like great for sketching. Honestly, the lines come out pretty thick, even though this is literally the fine tip one. It's a lot thicker than the lines I usually do for my art. Like, I can show you guys. Usually when I do work with, like, I'll just show you this one. These are drawings of me, don't worry about it. But this is usually the type of lines that I get with my high-tech C's. So as you see, they're very thin, and then you go and compare it to this is like very thick, and usually I don't really like thick lines, but I feel like when I use these, I don't know, it's kind of like drawing with like a Sharpie. And so I don't know, I think it just helps me think a little bit better, if that makes sense, or not really care as much if the drawings come out ugly. And I know I already don't really care about drawings coming out ugly, but I don't know, I've been feeling weird. And so I've been using this, and it's helped me a lot. I like it a lot. I'm probably going to buy another one, because like I said, I've been using this one for every day for 2 weeks, and so it's almost empty. You can see it kind of here. It's starting to streak a lot. But yeah, I've been using it a lot. I feel like it's helped reinvigorate my sketchbook habit, but also I feel like my sketchbook habit has been reinvigorated partially because I have not been recording videos for you guys, no offense. I do want to hang out with you guys, and I do want to post videos for you guys, but I do think that I needed this break. I know I said this is 2 weeks into my quote-unquote vacation, and I am recording a video for you guys, but I think 2 weeks without recording anything, because I haven't really done much. I know I said I was going to revamp the channel, and by the time you see this video, I probably will have revamped the channel. I have been working on it, but I haven't been like doing like a shit ton of stuff. But I have all the sketches done and stuff, so I kind of know what I want to do already. Since I already have that like planned out, it's let me have time to like just draw a little bit for myself. And the drawings are not always great. Honestly, most of the time they're not even great. They're not even good. But I've been having a lot of fun. And also, I've been like coming up with like more ideas for stuff a little bit. This drawing is like bullshit, but that's because I'm having trouble thinking because I'm talking at the same time. Just having time to like draw for myself and not have to post something all the time has been nice. Or like edit a video. I know I said that video editing doesn't really take me too long, and it doesn't really. It takes me like 10-15 minutes, but I still sometimes feel like I really just don't want to do that daily. And so I am going to try to create a backlog of videos, which you guys already know about. I probably already talked about this. This is probably not going to be my first video back. I just want to record something because I did get a new microphone, and so I'm trying to see if it records my voice and my little squeakies from my pen, because I kind of do want to get into a little bit more ASMR for you guys, just because sometimes I really just don't want to talk. But I feel like ASMR videos are nice to like fall asleep to, and I feel like I like the sound of pen scratchies. I'm not sure if other people like that, but I'd like to get into doing some pen scratchies for you guys. So yeah, the thing about that I wanted to talk about really was coming up with a better daily sketchbook habit. I wasn't really drawing daily in my sketchbook. I would like save all of my drawings for the weekend when I would record my videos, and then that's pretty much all I would draw. And that's probably why I was feeling so unfulfilled, because even though the drawings were really for me, because I don't like do anything special for my videos, it still felt like my drawings were like not for me, and I felt like if I was gonna draw, I had to record it, and that was like a terrible place for my brain to be in, which is why I took, that long break. I know I said it was to like revamp my channel, which it is, and which I am doing, but also I just needed to reset my brain a little bit. That's what I took the break for. But yeah, I just felt like all my drawings were for my YouTube channel, and I was like kind of sapping the joy out of my art and stuff. I don't know if art really brings me joy, but it does. It's a little bit more relaxing for me, I think, and it's like a way to like spend time doing stuff with like OCs and stuff, which is like my preferred thing. This is what I really like to do. I just like drawing them because it's like my OCs. I don't like drawing for like the sake of drawing, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense at all, because I do like to draw. Don't get me wrong, I do like to draw, but I feel like I like drawing for the character reasons and not really sort of for the aesthetic of it, if that makes sense. Like, I like to make things that look good, and if things look bad, it like kind of fucks up my brain. It makes me feel bad. But honestly, sometimes I feel like if I draw something and it looks shitty, but it conveys like part of the little comic I'm trying to do, I don't mind it as much. I rather if I made something supposed to be pretty and it comes out shitty, it's gonna like bother me a lot. You know what I mean? So I feel like knowing that about myself is gonna probably help me when it comes to doing stuff for you guys. I really have been having trouble when it comes to like making finished pieces, and that's for a long time, even since before I started this channel. So I do want to get into doing more finished pieces, but I'm not gonna like pressure myself too much, because I do tend to do that a lot. Yeah, I'm just doing one finished artwork, not per year, oh my god, per month. I kind of felt like I didn't do any last year, which is pretty much true. I think I did I did a couple, because I did redrawing my cute girl Tober stuff, and I did like 5 or 6 of those in the span of like a couple of months. And so I think it was more than one per month, but I'm not sure. I just want to do more finished stuff this year, at least 12. I can do more if I want, but just at least 12, just because, I don't know. I kind of feel like at some certain point, I fell out of love with color, because before, coloring was like my favorite thing to do. I liked sketching, of course. I hated line art, you guys know that, but I really loved to do color things, and I feel like I kind of don't know how to do that anymore, and I don't even know how to make myself like doing that anymore, because I feel like I really messed up my brain with like doing things that take a lot of time, or trying to make things go faster. I think that was the issue. I think sometimes you just need to slow down, and so I feel like doing my sketchbook a day thing has helped me slow down. Sometimes I don't want to do it, if I'm being honest. It's just a sketchbook spread a day, and so sometimes I really just don't want to do it. And I'm like, fuck, I have to do it today. I don't know. I feel a lot better, and it helped me fill out my sketchbook a little bit more, because honestly, with this sketchbook, you guys, I've only been doing this for 2 weeks. I'll show you my progress in the 2 weeks. This part of the sketchbook took me 2 months, and then this part is the part I've done in 2 weeks. And so these drawings are not very good. They're actually kind of sort of shitty and like really half-dash and fast and stuff. But even compared to my other stuff in here, it's all like half-dash and fast anyway. So just doing it like every day, just for like, honestly, it takes me about an hour to do the whole spread, but I break it up. So I'm going to be recording my spread for you guys now, but the way I've been doing it is I'll do like 30 minutes. I'll do like one page in the morning when I'm in the car for work, and then I'll do another page at night, like before I go to bed. And that's been really good for me. I don't think I'm going to mind doing like sitting here for an hour with you guys and doing it. It's been fun, I think. It's just been, I think it's a little bit more relaxing just to get my mind off of things, because when I draw, I really don't think too hard. Honestly, when I'm drawing my little comics, I'm thinking more about the dialogue than I am thinking about the artwork, which is probably not good. But like I said, I don't really think of myself too much as like artist first or anything, so I'm like, I don't care if it looks super shitty. Like, these are not good drawings, but that's okay. It's just sort of kind of get the point across. And I also think partially what has been helping is that I'm not like being too strict with myself when it comes to it, right? So I think that's a big part of the issue with it, is sometimes I'm just too strict on myself. So when it comes to like doing the spread, if I'm like, I don't want to draw right now, I don't do it. I just save it for later. And then also if I'm like, I do want to draw a lot, right? Like let's say this page was blank and it's like, for example, yesterday I did this one, right? And I just did figure studies because I didn't really feel like drawing. But then after I did the figure studies, I thought of an idea and I was like, oh, well, I do want to keep drawing. So if I was being super strict on myself, I was like, no, save it for tomorrow, right? Like you did your spread for the day, but I didn't want to do that. So I was like, I drew these because I wanted to draw my OCs after I did this, and that's okay. Now I can finish the rest of the spread today. You know what I mean? And so some days I have it where I'm like, I'm drawing in the morning, let's say. Let's say if I was drawing in the morning and I did like only half the page, I'd be like, well, I should probably finish this page so I don't have to do more later. But then I was like, no, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. So I stop and I come back to it later. I feel like that's been a big part of wanting to draw more. It's just like just giving myself a little bit more grace and just being like, if you want to take a break, take a break. If you want to draw more, draw more. And that's okay. I could draw more than the spread if I want to, and I can draw less of the spread if I want to. But if I draw more of the spread, right, that just gives me less to do the next day, right? So, for example, like if I drew this on the same, I drew these two on the same day as this two. But that doesn't mean I add another page to do a spread. It just means this is the spread now. I just have to finish this spread. And that also helps. I'm not like giving myself extra work. If I do a little bit more one day, that just means less work on the next day. And I can draw more if I want to, but I don't have to. And I feel like that will help me. It's just like been making myself feel like you have to do this. And it's like that's what's putting the pressure. It's like I don't have to do anything. And so if I don't want to do something, I'm not doing it. I feel like for a long time I make it seem like I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just that I'm the one putting pressure on myself. And I need to stop doing that. And so that's hopefully what I'm going to be doing on the new year is to put less pressure on myself. And so, yeah, I started that by just being very, I guess, kind to myself would be the word when it comes to my sketchbook spreads. It's gotten me to draw more for sure, but I also feel better about it. And so that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. I was going to say that it might make the videos a little bit polished, a little bit less polished for you guys. But then when I think about it, I'm like, my videos are not really polished at all anyway. So, like, who gives a shit? I think when it comes to, like, the daily posting I do for my art, I want to do, like, things. I see other YouTubers do things where it's like they do, like, 5-6 redesigns in a video. And I'm like, wow, that looks really nice. Maybe I could do that for my channel. And I'm like, well, I don't really have time to do that because it is daily posting. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't really think that sort of stuff is for me anyway. I just feel like it looks nice. And I'm like, oh, I don't have time to do that. Because those videos take, like, a month to do. To, like, do, like, 5 finished artworks. It takes, like, a month. And I'm over here thinking, like, well, I should be doing videos like that when I do daily videos. Like, that's impossible, buddy. Like, I could, like, work on a video for, like, months in advance and then post it for you guys one day, which I do sometimes when I do, like, animatics and stuff. No, to be fair, I did do that one animatic in, like, 3 days. It still took over, a certain amount of time to do it, right? And so I can do that. It's just, I don't know if I'm interested in doing that. Like I said, I might do more animatics this year. Maybe I'll have those as my finished artworks for the month, which I probably will do, so that way I have, like, a little bit less pressure to do a finished artwork and an animatic. I don't think I could do both of those in 1 month. But I do like doing animatics. I just, like, I know I said I've been having trouble with finished artwork, and I do have trouble, like, doing animatics and stuff. But when a song is really inspiring to me, it, like, gets stuck in my head, and so I feel like that's probably easier. And also I like to do little animatics because I like to watch pictures move. I just think it's really fun when, like, you draw something and then there's, like, a sense of motion to it. Obviously my animatics are not animations at all, really. They're not, like, that much, right? But I do like to watch the pictures, like, line up with the audio and stuff. I think that's really fun. So I might do more animatics this year, but don't hold your breath. Because like I said, I'm just trying to get into a better sketchbook habit currently. Maybe this will be, like, helpful for you guys too, because I feel like you'll have a lot of pressure to do, like, artwork really fast and stuff, and, like, to fill up your sketchbook as quickly as possible. And that's kind of what this is doing for me, but also these doodles don't really matter, and it's, like, nothing too high pressure. I think partially is that because I don't really use color, and I kind of do want to get back to using color in my sketchbooks. Just kind of have to figure out how I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do it with these pens because, like I said, they're like felt tip markers, and so I feel like if I put, like, alcohol ink over top, it's gonna, like, smear really bad. So I don't really want to do that. But yeah, I've just been using these a lot. This drawing is really bad. I think it's because I've kind of lost the plot because I've been talking to you guys, and I did not plot this out at all. I'm thinking of this on the spot, but that's okay. That hand is fucked up. I'm also trying not to do voiceover too much this year. That's why this is, like, a more of a real-time video where I'm drawing and talking at the same time, even though it's like hard for my brain to think. I got a new microphone, which I think I mentioned, but I don't like doing voiceover, really, so I'm trying not to do it as much. And also, since I'm going to be recording, or I'm trying to record this without voiceover and like do it at the same time, that means the videos can be more real time. I don't know if you guys like videos when they're in real time, but I typically would prefer if they were in real time. I don't know. I mean, I don't hate voiceover, and I don't really hate like time lapses. I don't know. I just think it's fun to see people draw in real time. Then you get to see what the real speed is. I'm not a very fast artist, and that's okay. I'm trying to get more okay with that. Like I said, my obsession with getting faster has like fucked up my brain, I think. I do like these pens, but I noticed with this one, not really, it didn't really do this at first, but after a while, it started like to collect the ink at the top and it would get like super saturated with ink. And I don't feel like it did actually, like, it would start like dripping from the tip, which was weird. And also, it would, it just made it take like a really long time to like dry, and it still kind of does that. So I would be careful if you buy these. I don't ever want to shill for anything or like say you have to buy something, because no, you don't really. Honestly, you can make art with whatever. But if you were going to buy these, I would just be careful of that. Like I said, I do like drawing with this. Not because it's like faster or anything. I don't know. I just like the feel of it. I feel like the feeling of a pen in my hand honestly is like sort of kind of important to me as an artist. I mean, do I like 100% like the way the strokes look or how thick the pen is? Not particularly, but I do like the way that it feels in my hand and the way it feels when I put the strokes down. And I do like that scratchy sound it makes. I just still have my high tech C's. I haven't used them, like I said, for 2 weeks because I've been using this. But it was feeling kind of scratchy in my hand for a while, which I typically like, but I just needed to change. I feel like if you ever want to shake up how you're feeling in your art and you're feeling stuck and stuff, you just need to change what you're doing a little bit. And so I'm still doing my little sketchies that I normally do. It's just that now I just use a different pen, and it kind of helps my brain a little bit just to switch art supplies. And I just think I need to just rethink the way I think of my art supplies too, especially with color. Like I said, I want to get back into color this year a little bit, because honestly, these last 2 weeks when I've been doing these little sketchbook spreads, they've only been in like black and white and gray, which is not a bad thing to do or anything. It's just I feel like I want to do some color. So hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be doing color, but I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm trying not to put pressure on myself. I will probably force myself to do color one of these days, but I'm trying to do it on a day where I kind of feel like, okay, yes, let's do some color. I think I might start off with more monochrome stuff and then work color, like more diverse colors in there. Like I might start with like a pink piece, or like not even a piece, just like a doodle in my sketchbook, and then I'll move on to like a different color, and then I'll try to like cover 2 colors, then 3 colors until I can do like a full color thing, just to like ease myself into it without having to think of like color theory and stuff. Whenever I do like color stuff, it's mostly just like complementary colors and stuff like that, and stuff to do like contrast. But I don't really think about it too hard. It was still too much for me for a while, so I'm trying to ease back into it. I wanted to start the new year off with my first finished artwork. I was gonna do my normal piece that I do with Hope and James, but I did draw that, but I was hating it. And I was like, okay, so maybe I can't do like a finished piece currently. Like I said, I'm still trying to like fix my mind, and so I was thinking that maybe perhaps I will just have to rework the way that I do it, because obviously it wasn't going to work for me the way that I wanted it to. I was going to do it digitally, and I was like, no, I can't. I don't know why. I couldn't. I felt like I couldn't do it. Even the last one I did was digital. I wanted to do one that was traditional, and so I did the one that was traditional. I sketched it out, and I was like, fuck it, we'll just do it with like, we'll line it with like a brush pen, and if it's shitty, it's shitty. And it was kind of sort of shitty in my opinion, and it made me feel really bad. And so I was like, we're gonna take a break from this. Maybe by the time you see this video, we'll have actually completed it. I don't know yet, and it will look nice. I don't know. I was gonna do it in black and white, just so that way I wouldn't have to think of color that I did in black and white, and I really hated it. And I'm not trying to be like down on myself or anything. I really just didn't like it. And that's okay. I just didn't think of a way to make it look nice. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it at that time. And that's okay. Like I said, like I've been doing with my sketchbook spread, if I don't want to do it right now, I just take a break and I don't do it. Because I think the forcing myself to do stuff that I don't want to do is really what is part of like the burnout. Sorry if I'm not talking about the drawings too much. But it's not really about the drawings. Like I said, these drawings are kind of bad. It's just supposed to sort of kind of get the idea down on the page. And I hope you guys don't mind that there's more spots that have less talking. I know before I would like yap, 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 yap all the way through my videos. And I feel like I have yapped a lot to this video. Just less than I usually do. It's hard, like I said, it's hard to talk and draw at the same time. And I feel like I said, when I want to take a break, that's gonna actually have to include you guys too. So like, if I'm like doing a spread and I'm like, well, I should finish the spread for my YouTube videos, I'm gonna be like, no, I don't want to draw anymore. So I think I might I might change like the name of the series is to just be like drawing until I don't feel like it. And since these are gonna be more real time, I feel like that'll be long enough. Because when I feel like it was time lapses, I kind of felt like I had to do something that was like the whole spread or the whole page and like coloring it in with, even if it was just like with my eco lines. I just felt like I had to finish the whole page. And now if I don't feel like doing like the whole spread, I'm not gonna do it. I'll just finish it later in the day. So if you guys are ever like, you didn't do the whole spread today, I'll be like, yeah, I didn't feel like it. No offense. So it's gonna be, you know, drawing until I don't feel like it anymore. I think that should go for you guys too. Like, if you don't want to draw, don't draw. If you're like, oh, I want to finish this sketchbook in like, you know, a timely manner, which is like, I'm trying to do that too. I just do the whole spread per day, but I'm like, try to pick like a small goal like that, like do the whole spread per day, or maybe just do one page per day. Because even if you just do one page per day, most sketchbooks are like 80 pages. You'll finish that sucker in like 3 months. You know what I mean? And that's like a normal amount of time to finish a sketchbook spread if you're doing only the front side. If you're doing the front and back, it'll take 6 months. But 6 months is also a good amount of time to finish a sketchbook. I don't like to fill sketchbooks just to fill them, though, if that makes sense. It's like I have a lot that I need to get through. Honestly, I have like 5 sitting over there. No, not even 5. I have 6. If you don't include this one, if you include this one, I have 7 that I need to fill that I've already started. But I'm not like being like, I need to fill those quickly. It's like, why? I think that's part of my problem is I've been trying to do things fast. I've been trying to read books fast, watch YouTube videos fast, finish my sketchbooks fast. And it's like, you can't really enjoy the process if you're just thinking about getting it over and done with. Setting a small goal, like, I would like to finish this in 6 months, or I just want to finish 1 page per day. I feel like 1 page per day is probably like a little bit more feasible for most people. When you hit it, it'll be easy. And also, listen, you guys, I know I'm doing like small little drawings. I'll show you in a second after I finish this one. Because the sketchbook is big and I am doing like a little comic for it. But if I don't feel like drawing, I draw as big as I want. You know what I mean? Like if I'm like really not feeling it, I want this over with, I will just go ahead and do this. Like I don't want to draw anymore. I'm over it, right? I'll just draw a big piece or big head or whatever. This pen is running out of ink. I do this. And look at that. This is already almost done. Because if I really don't feel like it, I don't feel like it. And I'm like, but I do want to finish the spread, right? I just don't want to spend any more time on it, like it's bumming me out, or I just don't want to. I just draw a big piece, and look at that. I'm already done. That arm is fucked up, but who cares, right? And then I'm finished. Like this spread is pretty much finished, just because I didn't want to do it anymore. And you don't have to. If you're like, I want to finish, and I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, and if you have a goal like finish 1 page per day, and you're really not feel like doing it, and you're like, I don't want to spend more than 10 to 20 minutes on this, make your drawings big. If you have a little sketchbook, make the drawing the whole page. Like, You could do all sorts of stuff to like alleviate the pressure that you're putting on yourself. But you still want to finish, small goals will help you feel better, right? And maybe you'll feel like, oh, it's kind of a cop out, right? And it's like, sometimes you need to cop out, you guys. Sometimes you don't feel like it. And I think that's the issue, is that we always are forcing ourselves to do things fast or do things we don't want to do. And it doesn't feel good. And I feel like art ultimately should make you feel good. And I wasn't feeling good for a while. And so this helps me feel a little bit better. Like I said, I just wasn't liking art. And so sometimes, and that's okay. Sometimes you're not going to like it. Sometimes you're not going to want to do it. And that's okay. But you don't want to feel like you're not doing anything. So, because that could also be discouraging. I feel like doing it daily or even weekly or whatever, I just feel like daily is probably good. Just because it's a little bit more consistent and it'll help you feel better because you'll be like, oh, this day sucked, but at least I did my daily drawing. You know what I mean? It'll help you build a little bit more confidence because some days you feel like everything went wrong today, but I did my daily drawing. And I feel like doing something more like a page versus like time spent, because I know some people are like, just draw for 10 minutes a day. And it's like, sometimes you can't draw for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're like, oh, I have to do my 10-minute drawing. And like this takes me like an hour to do like a full spread if I'm really doing it like with small little drawings and stuff. Even sometimes I don't even want to draw for 10 minutes. Like this one, like I knew the page was going to take me like, I got to the end of the day and I had to do like the whole spread. Just because I was busy the day before, like on this day. And so I was like, fuck, I don't want to do it. Because I knew it would take like an hour and I wanted to lay down already. I was like, well, if I just do studies, it'll take me only like 20 minutes. Right? And so knocked out some studies. Right? And so if my goal would have been draw an hour per day, I would have failed. Right? But the goal is just fill a spread. And so that works better for me because if I don't know, if I'm like, I don't want to draw for 10 minutes, I don't have to draw for 10 minutes. I knock out a 2-minute sketch and I'm done. I just feel like that's a little bit easier for me than time-based stuff. I know I said I was worried about being fast. I think also partially I was just worried about not feeling like it. And now I do feel like it. And if it takes me an hour, that's fine. If it takes me 2 hours to fill, that's fine. But sometimes I really don't want to work on it that long. But I would say that, oh, I forgot his glasses. Hold on one second. I would say this has worked a little bit better for me. So that way I feel a little bit better about my art and how much work I'm getting done. Just stuff in a way to where I can just get some artwork done. I was not really drawing every day, and I do like to draw, and I would like to draw every day. And just doing like the spread per day has helped me a little bit and not putting too much pressure on myself. That's the end of the video here, you guys. This is my whole spread. Like I said, the drawings are not very good, but I did some drawing today and it makes me feel a little bit better. Hope that this video was informative for you guys. Maybe you'll start doing a spread per day or a page per day or just one drawing per day. Something that will make you feel a little bit better, a little bit more accomplished when it comes to your artwork, and something that's a little bit less pressure on you. Because I feel like, especially the new year, we should, with the way the year is probably going to go, we should probably be putting less pressure on ourselves and relaxing a little bit more. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. I'll go ahead and see you in the next one. Bye.